Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our fascinating content.
Imagine a ship sailing the vast Atlantic Ocean. It's a beautiful day, and the crew is enjoying the calm seas. But then, something strange happens. The ship is found adrift, with no one on board. All of the crew's belongings are still aboard, but the crew themselves are nowhere to be seen. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, one of the most famous maritime mysteries of all time. The Mary Celeste was a merchant brigantine, built in Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia, in 1861. She was 99 feet, 30 meters long, and had a beam of 26 feet, 7.9 meters. Her gross registered tonnage was 282 tons. On November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York City for Genoa, Italy, with a cargo of 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol. She was crewed by a captain, a first mate, a second mate, a cook, and 6 able seamen. On December 5, 1872, the Mary Celeste was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, about 400 miles, 640 kilometers west of the Azores Islands. The ship was in good condition, and her sails were set. The cargo was intact, and the crew's personal belongings were still aboard. But the crew themselves were nowhere to be found. The only sign of the crew was a lifeboat that was missing from the ship. It was believed that the crew had abandoned ship in the lifeboat, but there was no explanation for why they would do that. The weather had been calm, and there was no sign of any damage to the ship. The Mary Celeste was towed to Gibraltar, where she was impounded by the authorities. An investigation was launched into the crew's disappearance, but no answers were found. The case of the Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. There have been many theories about what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste. Some people believe that they were murdered by pirates. Others believe that they were abducted by aliens. Still others believe that they were simply lost at sea. But the truth is, we don't know what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste. Their disappearance remains a mystery to this day. One of the most puzzling aspects of the Mary Celeste case is that the ship was in such good condition when she was found. The sails were set, the cargo was intact, and the crew's personal belongings were still aboard. This suggests that the crew abandoned ship in a hurry. There was also some evidence of damage to the ship's deck, as if something heavy had been dragged across it. This led some people to believe that the crew had been murdered by pirates. However, there was no sign of any pirates on board the ship. Another theory is that the crew abandoned ship because they were afraid of a mutiny. However, there was no evidence of any mutiny on board the ship. The most likely explanation is that the crew abandoned ship because they believed it was sinking. However, there was no evidence of any leaks on board the ship. The truth is, we don't know why the crew of the Mary Celeste abandoned ship. It remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. The case of the Mary Celeste has been the subject of many books, articles, and even a movie. It remains one of the most popular maritime mysteries of all time. But why are we so fascinated by the Mary Celeste? Perhaps it's because the case is so mysterious. There are so many unanswered questions. What happened to the crew? Why did they abandon ship? Or perhaps it's because the Mary Celeste represents something more than just a mystery. She represents the dangers of the sea and the fragility of human life. Whatever the reason, the Mary Celeste continues to capture our imaginations. She is a reminder that even in the age of modern technology, the sea remains a wild and unpredictable place.